on, pals? My name is Landon, and today I'm bringing you guys my predictions for the Gfinity Spring Masters. I wanna shout out whoever came up with Spring Masters. T1, sir. Spring Masters makes you think like we're going to the freaking golf tournament. I don't know what that's about, but welcome everyone. Predictions videos, what we're going to be kind of doing is kind of going over each group as a whole, because actually they just released the groups officially. I kind of wanted to wait until they did that before I went with my predictions. So now that we have them, we can go over a bunch of different stuff, go over my top 8, who I think is going to win the tournament as a whole. So let's get right into the first group right now. Alright, so the first group is going to be consisting of the following, which are Optic Gaming, Strictly Business, Epsilon Esports, and none other than Gamers 2. Now, we've seen Strictly Business and Epsilon. Whenever I actually first saw this this pool, it immediately made me think back to COD Champs 2015, not too long ago, where SB and Epsilon were both in a group. I believe it was like Group H or something for COD Champs. They were also in a group with TK, and I think Integral Nation. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the group was. Everyone thought that it'd be TK and Epsilon moving on. However, it was SB, it was Strictly Business who ended up moving on. So that was pretty interesting, I'm not going to lie. These two teams are, Strictly Business and Epsilon. They kind of have like a history between the two. So it's going to be kind of interesting what team is going to move on. Obviously, I think Optic Gaming is going to move on from this group. I don't know how exactly this group is going to work out, if there's two teams are immediately dropped, if those two teams go to the loser's bracket. They haven't really released a whole lot. Gfinity's been kind of in closed doors talking about stuff. This is like the first real information that we've got about what groups there are in Gfinity. We kind of knew the teams, so it's nice to see the groups, and by the time this video probably comes out, you guys will know how the tournament style is going to work, so it's kind of unfortunate. However, I'm going to do this video ahead of time and get it ready. So, getting back on topic with Group 1, or Group A, I'm going to say Optic Gaming makes it out, and I really think that SB is going to move on. I don't know why. If you guys don't know, SB's lineup, it is currently Fizz, Twiz, John, and Sinful, and that's actually their old SB roster. They've been playing pretty well. They're not in the MLG Pro League, so they're going to have kind of that advantage. No one really knows too much about them. They're a pretty good team from what I've seen. John and Sinful are both really good young slayers. A lot of raw talent on that team. Epsilon, I'm not really sure what's been going on with them lately. They don't really have that same fire, foyer that they've really had in the past. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to say OG and SB moves on from Group A. Don't hurt me, European fans. I'm sorry. It's just what we've seen in the past. You guys can't deny that they haven't been doing well. All right, moving on to Group B. I'm about to say Group number B, and B's not a number, so that's kind of a little bit strange. But Group B is going to be consisting of the following, which are Denial Esports, TCM Gaming, Team Infused, and none other than Hyper Games. So we've got actually 3 European teams. Hyper Games, a French team, and TCM and Infused, both UK teams. Denial, obviously, the Call of Duty champions in 2015. They've been playing pretty well. They actually got to the finals of ESWC. Weren't able to win it. Obviously, Optic Gaming ended up taking that. And if you guys didn't know, you're kind of dumb if you don't think the Optic Gaming and Denial are going to move on from this tournament. It'd be kind of stupid of you if you didn't think that at least one of them were going to be in the grand finals. The fact being that in every single event so far for Advanced Warfare, either Denial or Optic Gaming have been in the grand finals. So, speaking on that, you're dumb if you don't think that. That's okay. Let's move on. So obviously, like I said, Denial, a very good team, have been showing a lot of potential, and they've been playing really well overall. They're not the best in the league. Like, they're not terrible in the league by any means. They're up there, but they're not like near Optic Gaming's level in the league. However, TCM, a very well-known team, obviously came over for the MLG Pro League Season 2. Been playing okay. They're like 8th or 9th in the league right now, so they've been making their way up. But by no means are they like an amazingly strong team. Infused, I believe at COD Champs placed very poorly. I don't even think they got a map on the board for themselves. However, I don't think that they were using their full team. I think Reedy was like one of their main players and wasn't able to play due to some other reasons. But I'm looking for them to do a little bit. I don't really know a whole lot about their lineup. I mean, I know a couple of the players. And on Hyper Games, I believe they placed like 17th through 32nd at COD Champs. I know that's like a really weird number, but they literally like placed the worst at COD Champs. So I'm not looking to see a whole lot from Hyper Games. I know Infused has switched up their roster a little bit. TCM been okay. So out of this lineup, I'm gonna say it's Denial and TCM. I think it's gonna come down to Infuse versus TCM for that second spot. I definitely think Denial's gonna sweep this pool. I'm pretty sure that they should at least. I mean, they're the Call of Duty Championship winners. You should be able to win this group. So to be honest, I think this is one of the easier groups. I think Denial's, like I said, is gonna sweep through this one, and I think we're gonna see TCM pull this one out in the second spot. All right, so the next group we got on board is none other than Group C. I almost said number C. It's not number C, it is letter C. So Group C, which is going to be consisting of Envious, Optic Nation, Vitality Storm, and Fab Esports. Envy, everyone knows Envy, and I'm really interested to see how they're going to do at this tournament. Obviously, they ended up playing with Merc at UGC Niagara and ended up placing second to TK, so they haven't really played with their entire team, which is actually Saints instead of Merc, on LAN yet. So I'm interested to see how they're going to transition from online. They've been doing fantastic in the MLG Pro League, so I'm interested to see how they're going to do on LAN. Speaking on Vitality Storm, Vitality is a really good team. If you guys don't know their lineup, it's actually Tommy, Marky B, Reedy, and Josh. You guys probably know that team or these players very well. This is a team that's just, you look at their roster and you're like, wow. They have Tommy, they have Josh, and they have Reedy, who's in Saint Slayer, and Marky B, who's very well known. But as far as really, it's going to be down to, honestly, Vitality Storm and ON. Speaking on Fab Esports, I'm not really sure too much about them. They didn't really do very well at COD Champs. I believe they had two teams. It was like their German team and their All-Star team. Not really sure what that's about. Neither of them did that well. So I think it's going to come down to Envious getting in that first slot. It's going to come down to ON, Vitality Storm. To be honest, I want to go toward Vitality Storm, but I'm not sure what's going to go down. Vitality Storm actually ended up placing 3rd and 4th at ESWC, and they ended up beating Epsilon. So, not really sure how that's going to line up. You know, I really, like I said, I want to say Vitality Storm's going to win. I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes trying to figure out which team I want to. I've been like looking at all kinds of stats, looking at all kinds of things. All right, I've come to a conclusion. Since it's in Europe, I always feel like that European teams do so much better. Like I think in like all of the past Gfinities, it's always a European team in the grand finals. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work. However, I think Vitality Storm is gonna be an Optic Nation. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm gonna have Vitality Storm and Envious making it through. All right, guys, heading into our final group, we have Group D, the group of death. Obviously, D stands for death. Clearly, they thought that through, but no. This group is definitely to me considered the group of death. A lot of people might say Group A could be that one, and maybe even Group C. But all 4 of these teams are very good. They're very talented. And I think they can really match up very well. I think we might even see a tie in this group in map record because they're so similar to me, at least in playing styles. However, let's go and get started with the teams that are in this group, which are going to be Team Caliber, Prophecy, Mindfreak, and Aware Gaming. Obviously, TK off a fresh win at UGC Niagara. You could argue not every team was there. Not even Envious's full team was there. However, they ended up taking that one with the new additions of Nameless and Parasite. They have a pretty good lineup. I'm very interested to see how this team's going to work on LAN against kind of like in a major LAN event. I think this team is going to kind of crack, to be honest with you. I like this team a lot. I have them moving on in this pool. However, I'm going to go to the next team, which is going to be Prophecy. Prophecy has a new lineup. If you guys didn't know, they actually added Nagafen and Aqua to their lineup. Previously on Team Revenge, Team Revenge ended up placing second at COD Champs. So 2 out of the 4 of them, maybe they'll get some luck from that. I'm not sure, but no, they're going to have the additions of Nagafen, Aqua, along with Aches and Apathy. Have no idea how this team's going to line up at. You know, Nagafen and Aqua, not necessarily new players in the scene, but newly discovered talented players in the scene. Aches hasn't really been playing that well lately, and Apathy's been kind of slacking off a little bit. I'm not going to lie, Apathy hasn't been playing his best. However, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with this lineup. I don't see it working out very well. As much as I love Nagafen, Aqua, and Apathy, I'm not sure how Aches is going to mesh with these guys. Moving on to the next team, we have none other than Mindfreak, the gods from Down Under. Mindfreak, they actually placed 6th at COD Champs. They are an amazing squad. I told you guys, watch out for them. They could make some surprises. And what did they do at COD Champs? They made those exact same surprises. They actually have on their roster Buzzo, Shocks, Fida, and Denz. I believe that's their roster that was at COD Champs as well. Denz is an amazing Slayer. Some really good players on that team as well. I definitely have Mind Freak doing well in this tournament. This, to me, is definitely the group of death. Who I have moving on, which is the ultimate question. Out of Group D, man, I'm going to have TK, I'm going to have Mind Freak. I know a lot of people might be surprised by that I don't have Prof, but it's what I had. That's what I have down. So I'm going to kind of give you guys my top 8 predictions, like in what order I think they're going to go in, and obviously give you guys who I think is going to win the entire tournament. Alright guys, it is now time for Landon's top 8 for the Gfinity Masters. The Gfinity Masters, man. Alright, I'm going to give you guys kind of like this little graphic that I actually have made, and this is coming from @TakeOverKyle. Make sure to go follow him, guys. He makes some great graphics. I think he actually does stuff for @COD_stats, so major shout out to him. I think he actually made the thumbnail for this video as well, so I got to give credit where credit is due, so thank you very much, man. So let's go and get right into my top 8 predictions. So I'm going to kind of start from lowest to top, so we started from the bottom, and now we're here. So coming in 8th, I'm going to have Strictly Business. In 7th, I'm going to have TCM. Coming in 6th, I have Team Caliber. Coming in 5th, I have Mind Freak. Coming in 4th, I have none other than Envy, or Team Envious. Coming in 3rd, I actually have Vitality Storm. In 2nd, I have Denial. And in 1st, I have none other than Optic Gaming. Obviously, starting off with the first one, I'm going to have Optic Gaming winning it. I think that they've honestly meshed pretty well together. I think Enable is a pretty good add onto that team. I think they might start off a little bit slow in group play, so I'm interested to see where that could put them and overall like where they're placed at in the tournament. So I'm going to have Optic Gaming winning this tournament. I think that they've been playing pretty well against some other teams, and they ended up being Denial not easily, but they handed it to them. Not going to lie, they actually handed ESWC to them pretty well. It was a crazy game on Retreat CTF, don't get me wrong, but I think that OG is going to end up beating Denial. Obviously, like I said earlier, Optic Gaming and Denial have been in every single Advanced Warfare Grand Final. Not them two, but one of the two has at least been in there, and I think we're going to see both of them this time and continuing on that streak. So, coming in 3rd, man, Vitality Storm looks great. I love this roster. I think that they wanted to do a little bit more. I know Marky B kind of pretty well and whatnot. I think he's going to kind of lead this team as well as Tommy. They have a really, really good lineup. I think this is one of the best lineups coming out of the European teams. Obviously, normally in Gfinities, a European team does pretty well, so I think it's going to be Vitality Storm this time. Not getting in the grand finals, but I think they're just going to come a little bit short to might be Denial or OG. So coming in 4th, I do have Envy. I think Envy is going to play pretty well. However, I'm not sure how they're going to do once they head over to, a different land setting. I'm not sure how this team's going to play and whatnot, so I'm interested to see how they're going to do. I think Envy is a really, really good team. However, I have them coming in 4th. Not too bad, not too good, but not too bad either, like I said, in the middle. Coming in 5th, I do have Mind Freak. I like these guys a lot. However, I think they might run out of steam whenever they start to lose to some of these really good teams. Like I said, I do have them moving in a group play, which might be a little bit surprising to some people, but I think this team can do some work. I think they can beat the teams that are below them. However, I think they might come to a short stop, kind of in a way. So I have them coming in 5th. Coming in 6th, I have TK. I think they're going to shut down. Honestly, the chemistry for them just isn't there for me. While I think they do have a lot more chemistry than some people do, like some teams do, I'm just not sure how they're going to perform. I like this team a lot. However, they have some pretty big personalities on this team, and I think they kind of have like 2 duos on the squad as well. So I like this team a lot. However, I have them coming in 6th. Coming in 7th, I have TCM. I think it's going to be a battle, 7 through 8, TCM and SB. I don't know who's going to win. I would probably say SB, but since we're in the UK, I think TCM's going to have, that drive behind them. Their hometown crowd's going to be there, and where they're from, they're going to kind of miss being there as well. So I think the TCM's going to do not like amazing. I mean, 7th out of a 16 team tournament isn't the best, but I'm going to have TCM winning that one between them and SB. I'm not sure, guys, if it's going to be 5th through 6th, 7th through 8th. How the prize pool is going to work. It'll most likely be 7th through 8th, so TCM and SB won't necessarily play each other. However, if it comes down to that, I think TCM would have won that. So I want you guys to know. So I do have Optic Gaming winning this entire tournament. Like I said, guys, they're going to be playing with Enable, and I think this team is looking pretty good. So I'm going to have this. As you guys can see, this is my top 8, and this is what I think is going to happen. But let me know down in the comments, guys. I want to hear you guys. Put down in the comments who you guys think is going to be your top 8, or at least who do you guys think is going to win the entire tournament. You can list as many people as you want. You can even list like in the order, like if you want, like how many teams you think are going to go where. So that has been my predictions for the Gfinity Masters. Expect a recap video with me talking about how all of these were wrong, because most of the time my predictions aren't necessarily always correct. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys later. Make sure to have a great day. Make sure to click the like button before you go, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.